Hello everyone, welcome to my new vlog. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you are new here, my name is Kate. I'm Kate Sanderson. I'm an actor. I often work in horror movies, and I about a year ago moved to this house in Essex, which I'm trying to organize and tidy up, on a budget. So my vlogs are about all kinds of things. In this one, I'm just settling into January and trying to get myself organized after Christmas. Um, I I find this is a strange time, when the Christmas stuff goes up, it looks so kind of magical and twinkly and beautiful. And then when everything calms down, suddenly you have all this space. And it's interesting, as if you have suddenly the realization of how much space you have that maybe you take for granted when you have all your Christmas stuff up. It's been a very nice Christmas. Because I just moved here, if you new to my channel, you will not know this, but I mean, I found it difficult to organize myself. I didn't know where all my decorations were and my Christmas DVDs, and I'm someone who loves to know where all that stuff is. So now I gradually found it over December. I've now put all my Christmas things into one area of storage. So next Christmas it should be a lot simpler, and that will make me much happier. This week I've been reading this book, Nobody's Girl by Virginia Giuffre, who was, as you probably know, trafficked by Jeffrey Epstein. It's a very interesting book, very sad book. I feel I kept seeing more and more about Jeffrey Epstein on the television, and I've seen some documentaries about him, but I felt I should read Virginia's book. Sadly, it seems she died by her own hand, and YouTube doesn't let you say things like that. But some people think it was not that way, that she could have maybe just antagonized the wrong people and they've got to her. I guess at the moment we don't know. But I would recommend reading Nobody's Girl. I'm halfway through it. It's important to understand how these things happen, how people with power, they are so abusive and entitled, and how we need to address that in our world. So let's start off with the vlog. So to tell you the truth, it's been such a blur this week, taking all the Christmas stuff down, etc, etc. I'm not quite sure what I filmed and what I haven't filmed. So I will just, in chronological order, just start now with my vlog and where I was, and then I will come back and see you later. Good morning. For the first time in years, I actually have a printer. I'm hoping to print off the script of my new movie that I'm going to be working on soon. This printer was £29 from Amazon. So it's the cheapest one I could find, and also you didn't have to have an ink subscription, which I definitely wasn't going to have. So I'm going to now probably head out and try and buy a little table in a charity shop or something that I could set the printer on and get printing. So maybe I'll open up the box, just see how big it is. Well, guys, that's the size of the printer, so I have an idea what to try and get if I go and try and find a little table now in the charity shop, so that's great. And hooray! I will come back to you later if I have success with this. It's a busy road, but still a nice little stream. It's a glimpse of a squirrel there, but he's proving elusive. Guys, my new printer has arrived and it is printing off. Although it all has to be on the floor because I don't have enough room on my desk, it's working. I feel I'm a tech genius and I'm so happy. Thank you, Lord. Well, friends, I've been trying a recipe from Mary Berry's family cooking book. It's an oldie but a goodie. I once got it at a car boot sale. And I've tried to make Italian tuna bake. I only had penne pasta, not spaghetti, so we'll see how that looks. And we'll just see if it works. So I didn't go through the whole thing with you. I'll show you it when it comes out, and we'll see how it is. I've got my script now into a binder. The folder I found was a bit old and it's got some marks in it, so I've been putting some of my angel stickers from my angel book on the cover. And just this simple thing has made me so happy that I have a piece and a space to just do something a bit indulgent like this. So yeah, I'll put on a few more stickers and that's it done. Well guys, here is my tuna pasta bake, finished. I have bought so many tuna pasta bakes in my life. How will this one be that I've made myself? And it's smelling nice. So yeah, I will taste it and I'll tell you how it is. Well, it's really nice, the tuna pasta bake. I would say that the white sauce seems to have disappeared. I made white sauce as directed. And you know how in like a commercial tuna pasta bake from like Aldi, there's a lot of gooey white sauce? My white sauce seems to have kind of disappeared. But it's still very tasty, so I'm not complaining. Thank you, Mary Berry. It was a super recipe. And here I've got the shooting schedule as well. So I've now got stickers on the front, got stickers on the back. Truly, the world is my lobster. I am ready to go and study this script, which is wonderful. Cookie's enjoying the fire. Darling, you don't have to move. Oh no, I disturbed him. Cookie, you can... Oh. Look guys, there's some snow in my garden for the first time. I mean, it's not really thick snow, but it is definitely made a difference. Here's my little sort of flower lady. And gosh, there's Buddha and my water lilies. And yeah, the trees just look rather bleak. But my shed is like full of, it's definitely got a covering of snow. And oh, what's that rubbish there? I don't know. And yeah, this is a first for me. Since I moved to this house, there's never been even a light covering of snow. So yeah, there we go. What's that? It's a snowy angel. Okay, I'm so glad I looked out the window. Oh, right. A branch has come down and some rubbish has blown in. Okay. Okay. Hello, Jack Frost. I thought it had got warmer, and it has. The camera isn't really showing it, but there's some real sunshine coming in today. It's been so cold and murky lately. It's just really nice to see that. I am in the midst of getting this place a bit tidier, but yeah, it's a bit of a way off. And I've had some carnations, but they're kind of dying off now. And then, yeah, I can do better. I can do better, but this room is sort of improving. Well, friends, it's kind of later in the day, and I'm just taking a last look at my Christmas decor here. It's been really lovely. I've enjoyed my nativity scene. I've enjoyed my decorations. I've enjoyed my Christmas mugs. But tomorrow is January 6th, and that really is the time when Christmas stuff should come down. So I've got a bit of work to do now. Then I will sit and enjoy my Christmas tree and my nice mantelpiece for the last time this year. And I will, no, it will come back this year. No, for this last Christmas. I'll enjoy it for this last Christmas. And tomorrow I will pack everything away. So there we go. Well, Cookie wants water. Okay, Cookie, just a second, darling. Get you some water. You going to say hello, Cookie? Cookie, you going to say hello? Okay, now. Yeah, the snow has mostly melted away now. It's just very cold again. And here's my nativity scene from outside. No, it has been really nice. Gosh, I wonder how long it will feel like till it's Christmas again. Some years go fast, some go slow. I'm heading back inside. I might keep some of my angels up. Anyway, we'll just see. In we go. Well, it's the last night of kind of the Christmas season. It is January the 5th today. Tomorrow night everything should have come down, so I'm just enjoying my room for the last time. And got a Christmas screensaver on. A lot of the decorations have gradually slid off my tree because I think it's kind of dried up slightly. I need to get a better holder for it. And yes, I shall miss all my decorations and stuff. I can have my rose angels, but it will be no more Christmassy stuff for now. Cookie is over by the fire, which is lovely. It's very, very cold. It snowed this morning, as I showed you. And there's my mantelpiece, which I'm really pleased with. Next year, I might do something similar, but it's just been a bit of a challenge having Christmas for the first time here in this house, but it really went well, and I'm very happy with it. So signing off for now. Oh, one more thing. This is cute. I have these elf socks. I think it says, "Oh my God, Santa." You know, it's just, anyway, that's kind of nice. Okay. Right, I will go now. Well, friends, I got these little tables at the charity shop, the furniture charity shop, for they were £2 for the 2 tables, so they were £1 each. It's all still looking really messy. I've got to make this look a bit nicer. But it was just good to have a table for my printer, which worked perfectly, and it's all good. Okay, little gains. Well, here we are, post-Christmas decorations. Got a nice wintry screensaver on the TV. And yeah, no tree. And just the sofa. And then I have got some sort of wintry angels and pale candles just on my table, which are quite sweet. And I must say I'm really loving my fire. Still got some Christmas books over there. Let me show you here on the mantelpiece. I've just got a few of my fairy figurines, I think. And is there a unicorn here? Yes, this is just, you know, temporary, and I've still got my snowy painting up, so we're just in a kind of winter theme now. I'll think about it. The roses aren't very wintry, but they're just cute. Around the TV, I put these sort of wintry fairies. They really are a bit silly. I don't know. They just were quite sweet. And yeah, I got my TV angel as usual. And as I said, you know, you can oh, now there's an advert. Great. I've got my romantic lady picture over there, and yes, it took me ages to vacuum the pine needles off the floor, but that tree was lovely. I really, really liked it. And yeah. Happy winter, everybody.
The garden. It's beautiful. Who would we
It's my first time at Wendy's. I think the food looks nice. They've only filled the cup of tea up half full, and it's quite cold here, but the food looks nice and the staff are nice. Wonderful building in Colchester. So much to see here. It's been a nice day, but okay, onward. His statue is so beautiful. even though I only came to Colchester today to do errands, it's been really lots of pretty things to see. I'll try and get a bit closer. Always love an angel. And then I think behind is Colchester Castle. Not been there this year so far. Must get back to that museum soon. Hi again, friends. I will be honest with you, I'm finding this week quite hard. I'm finding, and I suppose it's a good thing, that January, although I was very happy when January started and I was making my fresh start, and I would say my goals and my affirmation sheet every day that I tear off is proving to be really good at my desk. That's been wonderful. I'm finding January quite tough. And I suppose it's a month that's about reality, and it's kind of about grounding you. The wonderful thing about the cold weather in January is that it kills off a lot of things like mosquitoes that would give us malaria and other diseases that hot countries have. So that's good, and it's a real blessing, and all the rest of it. But I just find the light so grey and dark. It's just feeling very flat this week. But I have set to, and I've tidied out my fridge, I've tidied out cupboards, and I found things that I've been wanting to get for ages, which has been wonderful. I think today I'm going to make some just traditional Scottish scones and have them with some butter and jam, no cream. Don't need cream, that's more of an English thing, and that will be nice. I went to Colchester yesterday. As you saw, I was doing some errands. I was getting clothes for filming. I've got a movie coming up which should make me so happy. I also have had a short film been put onto IMDb called Me, Myself and Vegas. So that's lovely. It's starting off the year with another credit. I filmed that last year and I hadn't been thinking about it. So that's lovely. It's on my IMDb. I'll try and drop a poster in for it. When I was in Colchester, I mostly, as I say, was buying. I needed to replace some makeup. I needed to get some clothes for filming. So I also indulged myself by getting a couple of retro puzzles. Like I think this might be Mount Shasta in America. I don't know, but it's very pretty. And I also got a very 80s one called The Countryside. And it's, to me, got a very kind of 80s kind of ladylike kind of vibe. I can just see this being that era, which was when I was growing up. So I'll do those when I finish my filming. I also got an indoor watering can, which is again rather an oldie. It's got strawberries on it. You know I love strawberries. And I've been using like jugs to water my indoor plants. So I thought, well, this little strawberry watering can could be good and remind me to do it, because I occasionally forget to water the plants. I've been feeling so flat. You know, I've been watching to try and cheer myself up. Wonder Woman. Hang on, that's the phone. Yes, sorry, sudden phone call. I've been watching Wonder Woman, which was fantastic. I've also been watching a DVD I've got called This Is Joan Collins, because I find her so feisty and so glamorous and everything. And those did sort of cheer me up a bit, but you know, yeah, it's just been a rather flat month. So I think now I'm going to go to the kitchen, make some scones and have a cup of tea. Then I'll go over my lines and probably wrap up this video. So, onwards. Hi friends, here we are in the kitchen. I'll just turn the camera around and show you a very simple scone recipe, and hopefully I'll have a nice scone and a cup of tea, and that will cheer me up a bit. Okay, so let's go. Okay friends, I've got the oven heating up. I'm now going to combine my dry ingredients and put them through a sieve so that they have plenty of air in them. So that's going to take me a minute. I'll add in the rest so you can see that I'm adding in. I got some sugar, and I need also 1 teaspoon of baking powder because I've used self-raising flour. Ooh, here we are. And that is all my dry ingredients. So I'm going to sieve those through like that, which will take me a minute. Then I'll come ingredients put in. Now I've got some butter, which I've cubed up, but it's pretty soft. So I will put that into the mixture. And of course it's not going to fall because I'm filming. And now I will try and rub this in till it's like breadcrumbs. You know, it's a strange thing, but as I As I make these scones, I'm kind of reminded of, oh, I should have pulled up my sleeve, 1 second. I'm kind of reminded of making scones with my mum. I think also making scones at school. It's strange, it's a very Scottish thing, scones. I think in times past, like in my grandma's day, for example, you would never buy scones. It would be a very lazy woman. You would be considered a lazy housewife if you bought scones. You would have to make your own kind of every day or every other day. So I suppose it was a cheap way of filling out people's diets. And like people would have a lot more vegetables and stuff. It's a strange thing. I found this last year to be so nutty that my hand looks just purple. Oh dear. I've got so overwhelmed with moving into this house that I've just not been cooking or baking and stuff. But I think an unofficial New Year resolution that I have is that I'm going to try and not buy any biscuits or cakes or anything. I'm going to just make things. Now, if we remember my awful cinnamon buns, that's taking my my life in my hands. But hopefully these scones will be nice, and they should be good. Okay, I would say I've kind of got the breadcrumbs done. Okay, from what I remember, you make a kind of well in the middle of the flour to pour your milk into. I've got my milk here, and I don't have buttermilk, which is really what you should have for Scottish scones. So I'm adding a squeeze of lemon to kind of make it sort of like buttermilk. So there you go. I don't think there's buttermilk locally where I live, so I'll put that in and put in a little bit, and then I will stir a bit. This is quite soothing. And then you gradually add a bit more milk. You don't put it all in at once, as far as I can remember. And then you stir more. And I think I may have to just continue this process with both hands, so I will come back to you in a minute when I've got my dough ready to be ready to cut my rounds of scone out. Okay friends, well, for better or for worse, this is my dough that I got ready. I cannot find my rolling pin, so I have got a bottle of Japanese lemonade. So I think in the past people did used to use lemonade bottles to roll out baking if they weren't rich enough to have a rolling pin. So I have a rolling pin somewhere, but I don't know where it is. Oh gosh. I must say I'm looking forward to a scone. It makes me think of the many times that I've had scones. Well, the weird thing about scones is, if, for example, at a school sports day, you ask all the mums to make scones, then they'll each make different scones. They'll each have a different idea of what you mean. They'll be big, they'll be small, they'll be fancy or plain. They will all be different. However, mine are all going to be the same. So this is kind of the fun part. I'm going to press these out. Okay, let's hope it's nice. And another. Okay, let me come back to you in a second. Okay, I have got 2, 4, 6, 8, like 10 scones. Wow, I'm going to be eating these all next week too. And then I have kind of a little funny one left over. Sometimes these are the most delicious scones, the little kind of leftover bits. Okay, maybe not this time. Okay, right. So there they are, they're done. I will put them in the oven now, and hopefully I will have some delicious fresh scones to lift up my mood. Okay, here are my scones. I'm not going to leave them in any longer in case I get a burnt offering like with my cinnamon buns. They look quite nice and fluffy, so I think I'm going to have a cup of tea now and a scone and some jam. I have a cooling rack somewhere. Can I find that? I don't know. I might just be naughty and have a hot scone. Well, this is looking very nice. I think I'm going to watch some YouTube now. If I look inside my scones, there's some jam in there, which is really nice. going to watch a little bit of YouTube now and have a break, and then I will wrap up this video somehow. Hello again, friends. Well, as they say in Scotland, it is a very dreich night. It's dark, it's grey, it's wet. Tonight I was finishing my scones. I watched a bit of YouTube. It was really nice. And something really cute happened. Somebody rapped on my window. I don't have a doorbell yet. It's one of the myriad of things I've got to do. Came to the door, and it was this lady who quite often parks in front of my house. I don't have a car, so she's free to park in my parking space whenever she likes to come and visit her family who live near here. And I don't think anything of it. And she said, well, it's been so kind of you to let me park in your space that my husband's going to bring his van next week and take away all this junk you have outside your house, because I do have a lot of junk there, and I've just not felt I could afford to have the council come and take away more rubbish. I've had the council come and take away so much stuff. It's must have been almost £1,000 I've paid to have things removed, and I just thought, I'm going to have to make do with that last pile of junk being there. So her husband next week's going to come and take away a lot of it. There were some things he couldn't take, but a lot of it's going. So to me, that's like an answer to my prayers, and it's just a really nice thing on a day when I feel a bit down in the dumps. And my scones were really nice, by the way. I forgot to put in the teaspoon of salt, which would have made them a slightly more rounded flavour, but I still enjoyed them very much. They were great. So unless I come up with a better ending, I think this might be the end of this week's vlog. It's been a difficult week. I think January is not the most easygoing month. It's quite a tough month. So we're kind of getting to be part of the way through. I hope you had a better week than me. I hope you have a lovely week going on, and I will see you on my next vlog.